With the latest farm and ranch news, market reports, and more. This is KLBK's Ag Journal.
Welcome into this week's Ag Journal. With all the rain we've seen on the South Plains, it's caused many cotton farmers to plant sorghum or corn. But for those dedicated to growing cotton, the threat of pest activity will be something that they're going to have to deal with. KLBK's Brandon Waits has more.
Winter weeds hosted a multitude of insects, and with a late start to the season, some farmers are starting to see potential problems.
We anticipate now with warm weather, we may be seeing those insects shift into the cotton crops. Of course, we've got a good beneficial load out there as well. A lot of spiders, a lot of ladybugs, green lacewing, which are poised to help out as well. But at some point when that cotton plant reaches a size where it can hold more pests, more beneficials, it will start causing damage, and we need to be in the field scouting.
Each scout is trained to do a whole plant inspection.
You know, particularly around weeds, we may use sweep nets or drop cloths where we have a cloth that we lay on the ground, shake the plants out, and this is really good for plant bug species. And it's a good indicator sometimes of even beneficials.
When it comes to pests on plants, Extension Agent Carrie Siders of Texas A&M AgriLife says spraying a field with chemicals should be a last resort due to the impact of cost and safety of the environment and population.
On a smaller plant, worms, as an example, are exposed to a lot of the environment, the heat, winds, and so natural mortality is high. Then again, beneficials take a toll. They have to have a food source, and those pests are a prime food source.
The most important thing producers need to be cognizant of is squaring, flowering, and bulb development of the crop in its current state.
If a flower that's on a cotton plant is not formed by August 20th, odds are that fruit will most likely not result in a harvestable bulb. You're going to be very conservative about what more you put into it. Fertilizer, water, growth regulators, all those things, you're probably going to pull back a little bit and say, listen, this is not going to yield sufficient enough to pay for these inputs.
There are resources to help you determine the economic threshold of your crop, such as the Extension Service or a private company.
Whether it's looking at the plant, looking at insects, weeds, putting all this together, farmers have many other jobs. I mean, just being the marketer and dealing with all the equipment and everything, sometimes having that extra person in the field putting all this together is extremely important.
Brandon Waits, KLBK News.
This week, textile executives from 20 companies in Indonesia will travel across the country, making a stop right here in Lubbock with our Plains cotton growers. They're going to get a first-hand look at why U.S. cotton is the world's preferred fiber. Indonesia is the 5th largest cotton market for U.S. cotton, and the U.S. exported sales there total about 1.7 million bales for the 2018-2019 year.